Hello students, today we will study about the remaining portion of the Selaginella. In this, we start from the reproduction. The reproduction takes place in the Selaginella plants by the two ways. One is the vegetative reproductions and other is the reproduction by the spores. Under the vegetative reproductions, that is first fragmentation, it has been reported that the species growing under the humid conditions like the Selaginella rupestris develop the adventitious branches and roots in their prostate branches. These branches break their connections with the parent plants and grow as a new plants, as a new separate plants. Second, that is the tubers. There are some species reproduce by the formation of tubers. Example, Selaginella chrysoculus. The tubers may develop at the apexes of aerial vegetative branches or at the terminal ends of modified underground vegetative branches. The tubers store food and bear scales. They survive under adverse conditions when the aerial parts of the parent plants die. At the absence of favorable conditions, at the onset of favorable conditions, absent means onset means appearance of the favorable conditions, they produce the new plants. Third, that is the resting birds. तीसरा resting birds. There are some species like the Selaginella chrysoculus develop very compact resting buds at the apexes of aerial vegetative branches. These buds are usually formed at the end of growing season and bear closely pressed overlapping leaves and give off rhizophores OFF and bear roots. These resting buds survive under adverse environmental conditions when the whole plant die and on return of favorable environment they produce the new plants. Next, reproduction by the spores. The sporophytic plant body produces haploid spores, serve as the mean of asexual reproductions. Sexual reproductions. All the species of Selaginella are heterosporous, produce two different kinds of spores, the microspores and megaspores. Microspores are smaller in size as compared to the megaspore. These spores germinate to produce gametophytes. The microspore germinates to produce male gametophytes and megaspore produce the female gametophyte. Next, the strobilus. That is the strobilus. This is the or this strobilus. That is this. The spores are produced inside the sporangia, like this, micro and mega, born in the axils of sporophylls, that is the axils of sporophylls. The microspores are produced in large numbers inside the microsporangia, and megaspores are produced in limited small numbers from 1 to 12 inside the megasporangia. That is this megasporangia, that is the microsporangia. The microsporangia and megasporangia are born singly in the axils of microsporophylls and megasporophylls respectively, which is between the ligule and the axis. Between the ligule and the axis. Here you see that is this. These sporophylls are located into a definite compact or sometimes loose association called the strobilus, और उसको हम स्ट्रोबिलस कह सकते हैं और उसको कोन कह सकते हैं. That is this. It is also called as sporangiferous spike. The strobilus or the cone consists of a central axis, that is, this is the central axis, on which the microsporophylls and megasporophylls are arranged or produced. Both micro and megasporophylls are like ordinary vegetative leaves. वो ordinary vegetative leaves की तरह ही होती है, but differ in size, परंतु उनको वो साइज में, शेप में differ होती है. Each sporophyll bears single sporangium on its axil. On its axil, that is this, on its axil. The sporophyll bearing microsporangium is called the microsporophyll, and bearing megasporangium is called megasporophyll. Each sporophyll possesses ligule. Each sporophyll possesses ligule. The sporophylls in the cone, जो cone के अंदर sporophylls होती है, may be isophilous. Example Selaginella selaginowaides, or anisophilous. Example Selaginella cruciana. They may be arranged spirally or in opposite decussate manner. In Selaginella, जो strobili है are always born on the terminal ends of main axis, that is terminal ends. This is the, you see here, main axis or lateral branch, so that the apical growth of the branch or the main axis stop. लेकिन इन few species के अंदर like the Selaginella petula, the apex continues to grow beyond the स्टोबिलस, मीन्स एपेक्स कंटिन्यूज टू ग्रो वेजिटेटिवली, कि वेजिटेटिवली वो ग्रो करते रहेगी बियॉन्ड द स्ट्रोब कोन. Strobili vary in size and shape in different species. In most of the species, they are long. They are long. You see here, they are long. Quadrangular means four-ranked in shape. And tapering toward the apex, कि apex तरफ जाएंगे तो वो नैरो होती जाती है. जबकि few species में they are cylindrical or dorsiventral. A great variations also exist in the distribution and location of micro and megasporophylls in the different regions of the strobili. Strobilus या strobili के अंदर उनका जो distributions हैं वो great variation पाया जाता है, उसमें difference पाया जाता है. जैसे in most of the species, listen here, in most of species the megasporophylls are located in the basal portion. ये देखिए स्टूडेंट्स, in the basal portion में, and the microsporangium in the upper, ऊपर की तरफ microsporangium. Example Selaginella rupestris, Selaginella selaginowaids, etc. In some species one side of the strobilus की कुछ स्पीशीज में एक तरफ स्ट्रोबिलस के एक तरफ bear the megasporangium and other side में microsporangium. Example Selaginella pilifera. Only one in some species only one megasporangium lies at the base, that is this, कि बेस के ऊपर सिर्फ एक मेगास्पोरेंजियम है और उस स्ट्रोबिलस के में या उस कोण में बाकी के सभी माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम है. देखिए स्टूडेंट्स, हियर द माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम एंड मेगास्पोरेंजियम आर irregularly located हो सकता है along the entire length of the cone. The microsporangia and megasporangium are born in separate strobili भी हो सकता है कि एक में सारे के सारे मेगास्पोरेंजियम हो और एक में माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया हो. नेक्स्ट स्पोरेंजिया क्या होता है स्टूडेंट्स? दैट इज दिस. This is the microsporangia, this is the megasporangia. The microsporangium is comparatively small structure attached in the axial of microsporophyll in between the ligule and axials, and it is differentiated into short stalk and an oval reniform or spherical body, that is oval reniform and spherical body, and has the two layered wall. The outer layer consists of columnar thick wall cells and contain the chlorophyll or perform the function of photosynthesis The inner layer is thin and may be disorganized in some species. और उसके अंदर जो लेयर है that is the tapetum which degenerate and serves the nutritive functions as the spore mature. The cavity of microsporangium is filled with a large number of small microspores numbering 600 to 2000. Next, that is the megasporangia. It is comparatively large four-lobed structure attached in the axial of megasporophyll in between the ligule and the axial और ligule के बीच के अंदर होती है. It is also differentiated into a short stalk and a large four-lobed body. It has two layered wall. The next layer, it has two layered wall. The next layer is tapetum which degenerate and serves nutritive function as the spores mature. Next means अंदर वाली लेयर. इसकी जो कैविटी है which is filled a variable number of large megaspores, but the number remains much small as compared to the microspore. Usually there are 4 megaspores in most of the species. One megaspore present in each lobe, means the passage is the 4 lobe, इसलिए 4 megaspores means one megaspore present in each lobe. The number may be less due to degeneration of megaspores. For example, in Selaginella rupestris, possesses single large megaspore, possesses a single large megaspore, उसमें सिर्फ एक ही होता है. किसी में 4 भी हो सकता है, किसी में यहाँ तक कि किसी में 36 और इवन 40. Next, that is the dehiscence. Microsporangium and megasporangium dehiscence by vertical splitting of only the apical part of the sporangial jacket into two valves. The spores are liberated violently to some distance. Megaspores are thrown in small distance, mean little distance, that may be 1 to 2 centimeter. जबकि जो megaspores है are thrown THROWN to a long distance, greater distance, करीब 6 से लेकर के 10 सेंटीमीटर. Both micro and megaspores start germinating in the micro and megasporangia respectively and are liberated in a semi-germinated conditions, means in situ. Next, male gametophyte. Microspores and megaspores are the pioneer structure of the gametophytes, these gametophytic generations. They germinate to produce male and female gametophytes respectively. The gametophytic generations begin with the production of haploid spores. All the species of Selaginella are heterosporous, means produce the two different kinds of the spores. That is the microspores and megaspores. Microspores are smaller in size and produced in large numbers inside the microsporangia. Each microspore is the first cell of male gametophyte. Megaspores are large in size and produced in small number inside the megasporangia. The haploid megaspore is the first cell of female gametophyte. इस प्रकार Selaginella produced two separate gametophytic plant bodies. Male gametophyte. The microspores are the first cell of male gametophytic generation. They are comparatively much smaller, ranging from 0.015 to 0.05 millimeter in diameter. They are produced from microspore mother cell inside the microsporangia due to the meiosis. So they are haploid in nature. और यहाँ जो haploid का है that is n is equal to 9. Each microspores is tetrahedral in size, in shape, with rounded base. That is this. It has two wall layers. The outer is exine, which is sculptured. Exospore भी कह सकते हैं और inner को endospore or intine. Each spore contains single nucleus surrounded by cytoplasm, which contains reserve food material in the form of oil globules and other fatty and nitrogenous substances. Chlorophyll है वो absent है. Microspore start germinating, means that is the in situ. The microspores start germinating, which they are still enclosed within the microsporangia. और जब ये फॉल डाउन होता है तो करीब ये 13 सेल स्टेज का होता है, 13 सेल स्टेज। फर्दर डेवलपमेंट ऑफ मेल गैमेटोफाइट occurs in the soil wherever they may fall, जहां ये गिरता है। At 13 cell stage, the microgametophytes are shed from the microsporangium, और कुछ स्पीशीज में तो ये उससे पहले भी फॉल डाउन मीन्स लाइब्रेटेड हो जाता है, मीन्स फॉल डाउन हो जाता है। In some cases, immature microgametophytes fall in the cliffs of partially opened female gametophytes. The primary androgonial cells divide further in various planes and finally produced 128 to 256 androcytes or anthrozoid mother cells. All the jacket cells disorganize so that the anthrozoids mother cells float free in the slimy fluids in the form of one globular mass or small masses. The androcytes are still enclosed within the microspore wall, and finally each androcyte metamorphoses into a biflagellate. Here that is the biflagellate. Anthrozoids are set free by cracking open of the spore wall. The spore wall cracks along the triradiate ridge, that is this. Each anthrozoid is elongated, narrow, and measures about 25 micrometer in length. Biflagellated, one flagellum is attached at the anterior end (END), and the other, the posterior flagellum, at about the middle of the anthrozoids. Each flagellum is about 30 micrometers long. 30 micrometers long. The nucleus occupies the posterior half enclosed within the cytoplasm. The anthrozoids swim in the film of water and reach the archegonium of female gametophyte. Next, that is structure of this female gametophyte. Each megaspore is a large whitish or light brown in color and tetrahedral in shape with a rounded base and distinct triradiate mark, that is this. And each spore passage means megaspore passages a nucleus which is surrounded by the cytoplasm, rich in oil and fatty substances, and enclosed by a two-layered thick wall envelope. Outer layer is thick and variously sculptured from the exine or exospores, which is further differentiated into an outer heterogeneous actine ECTINE and inner homogeneous and time ENDTIN or exine HEXINE. The inner layer is thin hyaline called the endospore or intine. Germination. Megaspore start germinating, which they are still enclosed in the megasporangium, means that is similar to the microspore, means in situ, and are shed at various stages of the development. It obtains nourishment from the tapetal fluid and starts germinating. At first, entine separate from exine due to greater growth of latter, means exine, creating a fluid filled space between the both. इसका जो स्ट्रक्चर है दैट इज दिस. Female gametophyte is a large multicellular spherical body enclosed within the wall, megaspore wall, and can be distinguished into two regions: upper cushion, that is this, lower this upper cushion of small cells or generative region, and the lower food laden nutritive region consisting of large irregularly arranged cells contain the albumin, starch, oil. Megaspores are said at this stage, and on reaching the suitable substratum, they absorb moisture, splits along the triradiate ridge to expose the apical tissue, which help in exchange and absorption of water. A number of archegonia, that is this, a number of archegonia develop at the central portion of apical part of the generative cushion embedded in the gametophytic tissue. Next, that is the archegonia, that is this. Archegonia develop in the center of apical cushion of generative regions surrounded by the rhizoids. Each archegonium consists of a short neck, that is this, comprised of two tiers of 4 cells each. The upper tier functions as cover cells, that is this, cover cells. The axial row consists of single neck canal cells, a ventral canal cells, and an egg. On maturity, the former two cells disorganize, disintegrate to form the mucilage. Former means neck canal cell and ventral canal cell. वो म्यूसिलेज में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है, and that mucilage absorb water and exert pressure to spread apart the cover cells, that is this, cover cells को apart करती है दूर दूर कर, and creates the free passage for to the egg. egg तक पहुंचने के लिए एंथ्रोजोइड्स egg तक पहुंचने के लिए एंथ्रोजोइड्स के लिए वो फ्री पैसेज डेवलप करती है, प्रोड्यूस करती है. The whole archegonium except the cover cells are completely embedded in the cellular cushion of gametophytes. Next, that is the fertilization की बात करते हैं. फर्टिलाइजेशन इसी में. Fertilization takes place when microgametophytes falls close with the megagametophyte or get entangled into its rhizoidal tufts. Anthrozoids swim in rains or rainwater or dewdrops, and which attract chemotactically by the malic acid present in the mucilaginous secretions in the archegonial neck. More than one anthrozoids take the entry into the neck canal cells, but only one penetrate the egg, means fertilize the egg, and the fertilized egg secretes a wall around itself to become a diploid zygote or or oospore. Next, that is the embryo. Zygote is the pioneer structure of the sporophytic generations, and the development of the embryo is endosporic. Upper epibasal cell gives rise to embryo, जबकि lower hypobasal cells give rise the suspensor. Suspensor जो है pushes the developing embryo into the gametophytic tissue to get the food, means nourishment. And by further growth and differentiation of tissue, embryo develop into young sporophytes. कि इसके बाद it develops into the young sporophytes or sporophytic generations starts. Students, ये आपका चैप्टर कंप्लीट हुआ. This is the life cycle of the Selaginella. The question may become from 1 marks to 8 marks. Structure is or diagram is are the most important. इसमें जो अल्टरनेशन ऑफ जनरेशंस हैं वो जो पूरे चैप्टर में है उसको ब्रीफ में आपने करके लिखना है. लाइफ साइकिल का क्वेश्चन भी आ सकता है, वो करीब 6 to 8 मार्क्स का आ सकता है. नेक्स्ट सोचते हैं कि जेनेटिक्स का कोई टॉपिक कराएं या इक्विस्टम का, क्योंकि इसके बाद जो आपके दो प्लांट्स बचते हैं, वन इज द इक्विस्टम एंड अदर इज द टेरिस, इस कंप्लीट पेपर से. तो प्लान करता हूँ. चलो, थैंक यू.